we're back for soundproofing the STi part 2. What we're going to be doing in this one is focusing in on the trunk, whereas before I was focusing in on the doors, and then we'll see how far honestly I get. My plan is to do the trunk today, then the rear windshield plastic portion, and then work my way all the way back to the front dash. So I noticed that the dash was just rattling way too much, so yeah, definitely I'm going to be working my way towards soundproofing the dash as well. It's not going to be one of those things that's super easy. I'm not planning on removing the dash completely, but just taking apart all the trim and seeing what I can do. So as you can see, the trunk is nice and clean, getting ready to start on it. This is exactly how I keep it all the time, just pristine condition. I never have stuff in here. Just kidding, by the way. But the first thing that we're going to have to do is literally remove this weather strip. Well, the second easiest step in this process is just lifting this up. You can see it folds nicely, and you just pull out this piece. Now I can work my way in removing all these other pieces. Even though this is styrofoam, you can see it's just nice and rattly. So none of these pieces are clipped down, they just literally pop right off, including this whole piece from the inner tire. Now that that's removed, I can work my way removing the spare tire. Still pretty good. Now that the tire's out, we can see that they do have some piece right here, but you can see that part is rattling. All these parts are rattling up against it, and honestly it seems like a really thin piece of metal. Next thing we're going to focus on is removing these plastic clips right here and these right there, so that we can remove this plastic piece. As you can see, these clips just fly out as soon as you, apply even the slightest amount of pressure. So just don't apply that much pressure or they will fly out. This piece is loosey-goosey right now, and I'm just going to unclip it from these parts right here so that I can just take it out completely. These are actually better removed if you just pull on it. Just hold it from both sides so you don't rip anything. And there's that. And this piece just comes right out. So I'm going to be removing this panel next. I've got a couple of clips. There's a clip right there and a couple actually bolts. So I'm using a 7mm socket right here to remove this bolt. Up a little bit. That comes right out. I'm going to be focusing in on removing this panel first. From what it looks like, it's just a couple of clips. There's one right there, a couple right there, and there's this little screw right here. Okay, there's the clip. I just pushed it back in, but it actually just comes out like that, so it's pretty easy. One thing I need right now is a clip remover, and of course I don't have it, but I'm going to try to use my screwdriver on these as well and see if that works. You're just going to want to make sure that you put in between that plastic piece so that it can actually come out. So if you go too far down into the white piece, it's not going to be able to pull apart as easily. There's always going to be one that you miss, and it's up here. Pull that apart. That pops out. And then this whole panel can come up. Of course, I have to look at the back of this panel, and it actually added some pretty decent material on the back so it doesn't rattle as much. But we're going to pretty much cover this whole thing from the inside. I'm glad this thing is on there, but there's going to be a lot more of it. Time to remove this second panel. Same process as before. Nothing crazy. Just unscrew this first piece. There's the screw itself that has to be removed. You have that piece and that piece. And then that piece pulls off from the back, so make sure not to lose that as well. Well, this looks like it's going to be going pretty smoothly, so what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go ahead and remove the back seats as well. And I'm just going to keep them out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to cover at least underneath here. If not today, then tomorrow. That's a 3-day weekend, so it's time to get to work by, I guess first thing is removing this car seat. So I bought this piece. It goes underneath the car seat to help protect your seat. For people that have leather seats and don't have this, I don't know how you survive. As you can see, my son, he likes to eat in the back seat, and I let him. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Also a good time to clean up. So removing the back seats is a relatively simple process. There's a clip right underneath here, and a clip right underneath here. So just pull that on up, pull it out, slide your seatbelt connectors through, and that's it. As you can see, they've already added a little bit of that rattling proof material right here, and it's just that everything else kind of surrounding it. I mean, it's a little flimsy, and all this stuff tends to rattle. So I did think about whether to actually take this seat out or not. I think what I'm going to do is just hold them both down, just like that. And at this point I have access to everything that I need to right here. I don't feel like taking out anything additional that I don't have to, especially when it's not completely in my way. The one thing that I will have to remove though is all of this, including that. That's what rattles the most, I think, out of anything in the car, is that portion, which is why I have this rag up here to just stop it from rattling as much as it is. This is a piece of that material that I'm going to be laying down. As you can see, it's pretty thick. For right now, I'm just going to lay it down right here, just so when I put my seats down, they don't get damaged on any of the metal piece, and I can feel comfortable kind of stepping on them while I'm doing stuff from the inside right here. So one thing that would have been fun if I forgotten to disconnect is this light up here, which I think I could just, I don't think I need to use anything. Yep, it just unclips. You just push on that and take it out. This sucker would have drained my battery and I would have been pissed. So I'm going to be removing this whole piece right here from both sides, and in order to get to that, you're going to actually have to, and I will too, have to remove this piece. So, and just pops right out like that. There it is. And there we go. Just be careful, because that is the airbag right there, and you don't want to mess with that too much. The other piece that I'm going to have to remove is this plastic piece right here, which, again, it's just a few clips that just have to be pulled out. So all of that work just so we can get to this piece right here. And this one is a bit of a pain, but there it is. You will just have to pull hard. And eventually it will clip out. And then we can just slide it up. And of course, I'm just going to be repeating the exact same process on this side. Let's go ahead. All that's really left to do is remove any of these clips that were left in here. So there's one here, there's a couple up there, and then we can focus on the back. So most likely this is going to be the most nerve-wracking yet fun process for you as it is for me. So this one, I just do it a light little pull and it comes right out. This one down here, try not to lean against anything except my finger. Just a slight little pull and it comes right out. So if you guys have those up there, that's how you remove them without having to worry whether you're going to wedge it on the airbag itself and risk it exploding right in your face. Now that everything is prepped for the removal of this piece, I think we're actually going to start from the inside of the trunk, because I was looking inside and there looks like there are a few clips that were on the inside that I think I can just push from the trunk upwards and then start working on removing it from the top. Alright, so here are the clips that I was telling you about. Pretty sure you can see these two, maybe not that one with the camera angle, but let's see with these pliers. Okay, so that one's pretty much pushed up. There's that. Alright, now we can start removing everything else. From what it looks like there's one right here. There's that. There's probably one right there. Couple went up. Okay, my hand under there for the rear one. Looks like I got everything on this side. Alright, now just to repeat the same process on this side. There's that. This has already been unclipped. Looks like there's one in the back. And there's everything. So this is loose. Now just to remove that piece, which unclips real easily. And looks just like a little clip in the rear to unclip it. It actually just unclips. So you just have to press it on this side. And there's the clip that unclips. I damaged the car again?
Yeah, that would cost $3.
$3?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Are we gonna put it back together, or are we gonna keep it like this?
I wanna put it back together.
Oh, okay.
No, keep it together.
Keep it like this? Okay.
Look at this, Mom.
Mom?
No, where Mom is outside.
Oh, Mom's over there? Okay. So while you're standing right there, I have to remove this part. So I just have to slide that down. And since the seat belt is attached to this, I'm not really gonna remove this. I'm just gonna flip it down on the seat itself while I'm working on. Well, that completes the entire removal process. So all that's left to do right now is actually start lining it with the Rattletrap material from FatMat, and then the other actually sound deadening material. But I think that's enough right now. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, and then I'm going to start working on applying the Rattletrap. So I'll see you guys next time.